Welcome to the video on how to set up your Facebook ad campaign. In this video, I'm going to walk through the step-by-step instructions from the campaign to the ad set to the ad itself, showing you how to set this up in Facebook. You just need to make sure that you have your ad creatives ready, such as your photos or video, your two primary texts, and your two headlines. So we're going to click the Create button here. When we come inside here, we're going to click Sales. There are also other options such as Leads, but make sure that the campaign objective is exactly what you want this campaign to do for your business. In our case, we want to get sales from our website and sell products. Then we're going to choose a manual sales campaign because we're going to set this up ourselves. Now we are in the campaign setup. So this is where you're going to type in the name of your campaign. And for our example, we are going to be selling outdoor watches. So we're going to name the campaign Outdoor Watches. Down here on Special Ad Categories, open this up and make sure that if your product or service aligns to one of these, that you check it off. It's very important. So please review that. Coming down to Campaign Details, you're going to leave everything here as an auction. We're going to then turn off the catalog. You can ignore the A/B test block. And then coming down here to Advantage Campaign Budget, this is where you're setting your budget for daily spend. So if your ad budget is $25 a day, you can put that in right here. But I would suggest going no lower than $10 if you're starting, just to make sure that you are getting some data into this campaign and seeing some form of results. Remember, you are buying data from Facebook. It's very, very valuable data. The more you spend, the more Facebook has the ability to go out and find the people that want your product or service. So make sure you put a healthy budget in here and allow your campaign to start getting that valuable data it needs. Go ahead and click Next. We are now in the Ad Set view. So we will call this Beanie Promo. And the reason we're doing that is because the ad that I'm going to be setting up, the unique selling proposition of that ad is that we're giving away a free beanie with the purchase of every watch. And we're going to theme the ad and the ad set around that specific concept. We're not going to talk about a sale. We're not going to talk about reviews. We're just going to focus in on this specific unique selling proposition. Scrolling down to the conversion box, we're going to drive sales to our website, and this is where the conversion is going to take place. And we'll set the conversion metric down below. You'll say that the performance goal is to maximize the number of conversions. We're going to select the pixel of our website, and I'll have to use my own pixel here and blur a few things out just for my own privacy. But this is the pixel for your business that you should have set up. Next, we're going to do the conversion event, and this is going to be a purchase. So when a customer comes and makes a purchase, that is what the signal is to Facebook that there was a conversion on the site. Scrolling down here to Dynamic Creative, it's very important that we don't skip this because this is the core of our campaign. We're going to set the Dynamic Creative to On. And the creative will actually be created on the next page when we set up the ad itself. Scrolling down to Budget and Schedule, we're going to just leave everything as is. You could set an end date if you really want to. That's up to you. Coming down to Audience Controls, this is very important. This is where we are going to tell Facebook that we want a very broad targeting. We're going to let Facebook's AI and machine learning algorithms do that for us based on what's in the ad itself. So here, for my example, I'm choosing the United States. It's already pre-filled, and I'm going to leave the minimum age as 18. That's fine. I'll just let Facebook determine who the age range is for my best customers, and leave this as open and broad as possible. You'll see in this example on the right, we have 291 million people that we could let Facebook sift through and figure out where our buyers are. Because after all, they know a lot more about who's ready to buy and who's in a buyer's mindset, who's looking for an outdoor watch. They know more about that than we do. So let them go out and figure out where our buyers are. Scrolling down, we have Advantage plus Audience and Advantage plus Placements. You can just leave this as is. This is part of Facebook going out and figuring out where your ad is going to perform the best automatically. So leave that as is and then click Next. And here we are now in the ad creation portion of the campaign. Almost done. We're just going to call this Beanie Ad. You can leave Partnership Ad unchecked. Then we're going to select our brand, page, and Instagram page. Make sure you have these set up before creating your campaign. Under Ad Setup, this is where we're going to tell Facebook that we're manually uploading our images or videos, and it's going to be a single image or video per ad. You can leave multi-advertiser ads checked. Scrolling down to Ad Creative, this is where we upload images and headlines and primary text. So I'll go ahead and do that now. I'll select images, and you can see I've uploaded those 3 images here. They are 1080 by 1080 images. If you're doing videos, you can do 1080 by 1080 video as well. Scrolling down, we're going to leave Optimized Creative for each person checked. And here's where we're going to put in our primary texts. You can see that I have them already written out. Each set of primary text and headlines is crafted to grab attention, showcase unique selling proposition, and prompt engagement, which is really essential for the way we're setting up our ads. We want these ads to get clicks, get views. We want people clicking over to our website even if they don't initially purchase. It shows Facebook these people are interested in this ad, and people like them may like it too. And that's how they go out and start figuring out who is going to perform best with the ad and the intention of the ad. So let's go ahead and I'll paste these in. Okay, the primary text have been pasted in, and I'm going to do the headlines. And something else to keep in mind when you're creating ads is when somebody is scrolling through Facebook or Instagram and looking at ads or looking at posts, the very first thing they're going to see is the image itself. Then they're going to glance at the headline under the image, and then if that intrigues them, they will go back up above the image and read the primary text. So you want your image to have something really eye-catching. You want the headline to be extremely related to what's in the actual ad itself. And then the primary text is where you can go into more detail about what your offer is. So make sure to write your ads in that sort of flow, understanding where people normally look first, second, and third. As we scroll down a little further, you're going to see that there's a description field. We're going to leave that blank because it doesn't do anything. Then we're going to go ahead and put in a website URL, and this is the exact place you want people to go to when they click on your ad. So it's very important that you make sure that this website link works, that has all of your tracking links or any other code that you need to put into this URL. Make sure it goes here in this field. In our case, I'll just do a fake website name, something like that. I'll have to blur some of the images on the right since it's using my real brand page on the images, but you can see here that it's created the ads with the headline and the primary text ready to go. The last thing I'll want to do is click on Shop Now, because that's the action that makes the most sense for this ad. And then coming down to tracking, you'll want to make sure that your pixel is checked off and active. It'll show a green dot if it is. Very important that you put this on here. This is what's going to track the conversions and the actions that people are taking with your ad, everything from the clicks and the views. So make sure your pixel is checked off and functioning. And that is it. That is the creation of the dynamic ad. I'm going to close this out and not actually hit publish, but when you are ready, you can click publish and it will be submitted to Facebook to be put onto the Facebook ad network. So I will close out and I will go back and I'll show you from the start here. At the campaign level, we have our Outdoor Watches campaign. And then you can either select this tab up here to see the ad set and the ads, or you can click in to do the same thing. Here is your ad set, the Beanie Promo Watch. And then clicking in one more time, you will see one ad. But don't be confused by this. It is a dynamic ad, and it will show all those variations of the images, primary text, and headlines for you. It will figure out which ad performs best and where, and it will allocate your budget to those best performing ads so you don't have to sit around pulling your hair out every night figuring out what ad's best, what ad should you disable. Don't worry about that. It's all automatic here with the dynamic ad. Once your creatives are ready and you have your headline and text, go ahead and get your campaign set up and publish it. So that concludes this video on how to set up your Facebook campaign with one ad set and one dynamic 322 ad.